Hello, folks, and welcome to our live stream watch along of what is a top of the table clash between Chelsea women and Arsenal women in the Women's Super League. The game is about to kick off, so let's get some crowd noise, shall we? And get ready, as Arsenal are going to kick it off from right to left, Chelsea from left to right. Thanks for tuning in. Get in touch on the live chat page, and I will keep you up to date on this match throughout, and do get in touch on the live chat page. Vote on our poll as well, as the players take the knee and Medema gets herself back up to take this kickoff. And we'll go through the lines up in just a bit. The starting lineups are on the side of you, and Arsenal have just started the game now, so they're attacking from right to left in their full yellow away kit, as what Beth Mead is wearing on the corner of your screen. Chelsea playing in the all blue home colours, since they are playing at Kings Meadow today. So get in touch. Great to have quite a few of you joining us. And we do have on the poll that Chelsea women are currently the favourites to win this match at 59%. So anyway, as I said, the game has begun, and at the moment it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea inside the centre circle. We've already got a couple of messages. Greg saying hello. Hello, Greg. And Melibon saying Chelsea forever. I'd imagine Chelsea... I wasn't surprised Chelsea would be the favourites tonight. Here's Reeton bringing the ball into the box. Intercepted. Now Reeton again. Harder. Cuthbert just outside the box. Now Ingle, who's gone very high up as one of Emma Hayes' main centre-backs. It's on the left-hand side, and we've already got our first corner of the game. Reeton winning that, the Norwegian. But she's on form at the moment. She scored the only goal in the game against Man City at Kings Meadow last Sunday. Proved to be a big win, that, ahead of this game, as we all know. Because a win for Chelsea tonight would put them at the top of the WSL for the first time this season. Arsenal have been top from day one. Poor corner from Chelsea, but poor clearance. Now Fran Kirby, who starts today. She was on the bench against Man City. Sam Kerr with a cross into the box, and Arsenal have cleared it out for a throw for Chelsea in their own half on the near side, and that was Kim Little with the clearance. So looking at the lineups, now the formations aren't from me, these are from sofascore.com. And I don't think they always get the women's football formations right, to be honest with you. So for Chelsea, you've got Katrin Berger in goal. They've got that right, at least. Sophie Ingle, Millie Bright, Noran in defence, but I'm sure Anderson will also be in there. Sam Kerr should be up front. Jess Carter should be in the defence line. Reeton on the left wing. Harder and Kirby up front, and Cuthbert in midfield. Then for Arsenal, we've got Zinsberger in goal. And then in defence, it's Moritz, Sousa, Catley and Williamson. Beth Mead, who I'm sure is in the front three. I don't think she's in midfield. Kim Little in midfield, that's correct. Leah Walty on the right-hand side. Black Stinios as well up front with Medema and Caitlin Ford. But yeah, Medema... well, anyway, here come Chelsea. Here's Fran Kirby. Oh, she's lofted it way over the bar. Perfect low ball from Harder to her in the box, and she was completely unmarked. She could have definitely converted that on target. And Fran Kirby loves playing against Arsenal, as we all remember from that FA Cup Women's Final back in December. We did a watch along for that, and Fran Kirby absolutely nailed it. We got Andrea Simic saying greetings from Sydney, Australia. Hello, Andrea. Must be... Whoa. It must be 5 AM over there. It must be really early in the morning for you to be up. Anyway, Arsenal trying to go on the first attack. Chelsea defensive line have cleared. It's with Anderson. We got Hydra Chill saying Chelsea win 2-0 against Arsenal. Kirsty Stanton says, yo, Jamie. Hello, Kirsty. Anyway, already a bit of an end-to-end game this, and we're not even 4 minutes in. I must admit, I was a bit surprised to see Arsenal in the away kit tonight, but maybe they're trying to promote the yellow shirt that they've got this season. It is quite a nice shirt. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I like a shirt like that. Just going to move my iPad so it's a bit more towards the computer. There we go. So yes, don't be shy. Share your messages on the live chat page. I'll give them a read. You can also send us a super chat if you really want to help support the channel. And if you haven't yet, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. The lighting in my room today is not the best, I have to admit. Wendy Davis saying hello, Wendy from South Africa. Hello, Wendy. Who are you supporting? Let us know where you're watching the game from, folks, and let us know who you're supporting. So we've reached 5 minutes. Arsenal with the throw-in. Nothing from that, but they've got another throw-in here. It's with Medima, who chests it down. Plays it across to Catley. Catley now onto the left wing. Caitlin Ford. Ball comes in. Chelsea clear it. But yeah, I must admit, folks, you might have seen my predictions below. I'm going for a Chelsea 3-1 win. But I'm expecting Arsenal to score first with Beth Mead. Oh, Zinsberg already under pressure there from her opponents, but she's got rid of the ball. It's into Chelsea's half. One of the Chelsea players is down on the halfway line. It's Fran Kirby, of all people. Looks as though Medima might have collided with her. She's picked Kirby up. I'm sure she'll be okay. We'll just have to run it off. But yeah, this is a big game. This Arsenal not in the best of forms. Chelsea have just been playing a little bit better recently in terms of the league. And for Arsenal, they know that if they lose this game tonight, they'll go second, a point behind Chelsea, with the Blues having a game in hand as well. So Chelsea could find themselves 4 points clear if they win this and their game in hand. Still a lot of games to play, though, between now and the end of the season. But this is the last time these two sides will meet in terms of the WSL. Wendy saying, sunny South Africa supporting Arsenal. Hydra Chill saying, Jamie, did you watch Winter Olympics today? I've been up since army hours or early hours watching it. Early hours, sorry, yeah. I've kept an eye on it. I watched Sean White early, sadly get fourth, but what a legend to Winter Olympics. He has been 3 gold medals in 5 Olympic Games. Fran Kirby. Now Cuthbert. There's quite a bit of a media interest in the press box tonight. It's a small press box, but it is a small little ground, but it's a good crowd in for this game. Ingles just booted the ball out for an Arsenal throw-in. But in case you're wondering as well, Seb True is doing a Portuguese match right now between Porto and Sporting Lisbon on the channel. Anyway, Chelsea losing the possession now. Medima through to Beth Mead, I think it is, with her long blonde hair. Now to Caitlin Ford. Ford cuts in from left to right. Kim Little does very well there. Picks out someone on the right wing. Ball comes in. Berger had to punch it away. Arsenal bring the ball in again. No one in the box for them to pick up from. Chelsea will boot it out for now. I think that was Millie Bright with the clearance. Greg saying, Team Great Britain have not won a single medal at the Winter Olympics. It's hit and miss, Winter Olympics for Team GB. In the last few games, it's been mainly curling or skeleton, hasn't it? Apart from that, that's it, really. But, you know, not to expect much from Great Britain, really. Oh, Arsenal with a great ball in from Beth Mead. It goes across the face of goal. Medema just wasn't there at the right time. But good vision from the England international. Picked up the pass on the right wing, then just seconds later, low ball cross past the goal. Couldn't find Medema though. Beth Mead has been one of the players of the season for me at Arsenal and for England. She's scored a lot of goals for England, as we remember that fastest hat-trick at Wembley. 17 minutes it took her when she came on against Northern Ireland, and they needed her that night. They struggled to score until Beth Mead came on. Olivia Briggs asking, anyone know where I can stream the match from the USA? Try livesoccer.com, livesoccertv.com. They've got a list of countries and what channels these kind of matches are on. But it's on Sky Sports in the UK, if that helps. Sky Sports Premier League. Natasha says, hello, Natasha here. Greetings from Brazil. Hoping for Rafael's good performance. Is she playing? Is she on the bench? Oh no, Sousa, sorry, I was going to say. Centre back for Arsenal. Yeah, she is playing, apologies. In terms of set piece goals this season, Arsenal have got 6 at the most, with Man United at 6. Spurs have got 5 after them. The reason why I'm saying that is because Arsenal have a free kick here on the left wing. But last couple of minutes, Arsenal have got themselves into this game. And there's a good crowd of them in the stands watching on, hoping to witness a goal. It's in the box still. And now Chelsea have got it out of there, but Kim Little picks up the loose ball. Nearly got it through to Ford, but it was stopped by Frank Kirby. Crystal saying, we don't have Sky here in the States, so I always have to watch online. So Jess Carter's got a throw-in to take here, which I agree with what Emma Hayes said about Jess Carter the other day, which was she's I think she was saying that she's quite underrated and she should get a lot more game time for England. And who knows, she got selected the other day in that England squad ahead of this month's Arnold Clark Cup, which is that 4-team tournament, a group stage tournament taking place across the UK, well, England mainly, with games happening in Norwich, Middlesbrough and Wolverhampton. Is that a corner? No, I think that's a goal kick at the end for Chelsea. But good pressure there by Blackstenius. She won 2 Olympic silver medals with Sweden, including last summer when they lost on penalties to Canada, and sadly losing the final in Rio 2016. But they did beat USA on the way to that Olympic final, and they were the defending Olympic champions at the time, which we all remember Hope Solo not being very happy about that defeat. That was on penalties. Here come Arsenal now. Vivian Medema. She's got support. She nearly got it through to Blackstenius. Chelsea clear it for now. It's on the halfway line. Arsenal still have the possession with Williamson. But Arsenal doing alright here. Early days though. 13 minutes gone. It's goalless in this top of the table clash. Crystal also highlight day asking where can I watch it. Sky Sports. And there's going to be a goal kick at the end of that for Arsenal. I'm just going to share a link on the live chat page, folks, which gives you a list of countries and where they're showing this game on, if it at all helps. I'll pin it I'll pin the message as well, so you can't miss it for any of those that come onto the stream later on. Hope that helps. That's the least I can do, but I'm using my iPad with a Sky Sports subscription, so I can't really share the stream or anything like that, I'm afraid. So, quarter of an hour gone. I mean, I said to my good friend Carl, if you're watching, Carl, I hope you're well. A good friend of mine who lives in London, he might be at this game tonight. He's an Arsenal fan. He does enjoy his women's football as well as the men's football. But I said to him ahead of this game, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be happy with a draw for this. Just in terms of form. But if Arsenal win this game, it's a fantastic gap. It would be a 5-point gap, even with Chelsea's game in hand. So, you know, even if they close that, it's 2 points and they'd still stay top. And, you know, you got to pick up form at some point, and tonight would certainly be a good night for them to do that. But as my predictions say at the bottom, I'm expecting a 3-1 win for Chelsea, even though Beth Mead will score first for Arsenal. Jess Carter on the halfway line, now Millie Bright. But Chelsea already had an early opportunity on the 3rd minute. Fran Kirby on her own in the box, hitting the ball first time with a low ball pass to her, but it went way over the target. I'm sure they'll have more opportunities, Chelsea, but I must admit, with how good Fran Kirby and reliable she is on that pitch, I expected her to find the target at least, whether or not it had been saved. Greg saying, has Jamie got a beer? Yes, I have. It is called Pilsner. There it is. My good friend Lee, if you're watching, Lee, hello, gave me a few bottles of beer at Christmas. To be honest, I think it was beers he didn't want, so he just gave me them, because I actually don't drink at home. I have a rule to not drink at home unless someone gives me alcohol for a present. That's why you don't really see me drink when I do these streams. But tonight I am, folks. Make the most out of it. I will clarify, this is my first bottle, so I'm not drunk. I'm a lightweight though, but let's hope I don't say anything I regret during this stream. Fingers crossed. Now, it's Caitlin Ford. Oh, she's gone past Jess Carter. That doesn't always happen. Caitlin Ford goes down. The referee, though, says it's not a penalty. And Chelsea have cleared the ball. But Jess Carter, she struggled there. That was good work by Ford. Some of you know how much I praise Jess Carter as a defender. She did brilliantly against Lauren Hemp against City last week. Looks like some of you were talking about the Scottish Premiership. To be honest with you, I think Celtic will do it this year. I think with fans coming back, I think Celtic have missed that. Some of the Celtic fans that I work with, they go and cover Celtic games quite a lot, and they have been using the excuse of they lost the league last season just because there was no fans, which it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the history books are Rangers won the title, but this season they seem a lot more up for it. So meanwhile, Chelsea can't really get a string of passes together. Now Medema, she's got her back towards goal from 30 yards out. Now she's turned round. Good pass to Caitlin Ford. Ford's won a corner. Last touch coming off Chelsea's Jess Carter. Yeah, Medema did well there. She straight away knew from her awareness she had no Chelsea players behind her, so she could use the space. in terms of the options Ford had, it was quite crowded in the box, so I think her winning a corner was necessary. So, corner for Arsenal. One of the Chelsea players has gone down, but they carry on. Oh, good ball, Medema. Oh, it's wide. It looked like it came off one of the Chelsea players anyway to stay in. I thought that went out for a goal kick, but here we are. Arsenal still got it. Beth Mead. And Frank Kirby boots it forward, and Arsenal have got the possession back on the halfway line. Caleb Gunner asking, how can I watch the game live? There's a link in the pinned message from the channel, Caleb. It's a long list of countries and channels of what they're showing this match on. I hope that helps anyway. It really depends what country you're in, to be honest. But I'm watching on Sky Sports Premier League. Oh, Cuthbert's won the ball there, but she's been penalised for a foul. They're just showing Medema's chance again. Good header back to her, and then she had the shot. Oh, it hit the post! I didn't realise how close her shot actually was, but as we all know, she rarely misses. Completely unmarked. Good chance there. So, Arsenal with the best opportunity of the game so far. And I would say after these first 20 minutes, if you're wondering who has been the better team, I'm going to have to say Arsenal. Ball in from Chelsea. Carter. Now Kirby. It's weird seeing a player like Kirby wear a short sleeve shirt and then wear gloves. I don't get that. Patrice Evra used to do that at Man United. I would have thought if you are cold, you'd wear at least a thermal as well, a long sleeve thermal. But it's up to them what they do. Beth Mead. Now Ford on the left wing up against Carter again. Millie Bright there for backup. Oh, poor pass by Ford. Trying to look for Blackstenios. Poor pass. But yeah, there are more women's matches going on this weekend. The other highlighted fixture for the Women's Super League is the Manchester Derby. Man United versus Man City, unless it's at Man City. I'm not sure, but yeah, big game there. And they both play each other again, not next weekend, but the weekend after, I think it is, in the Women's FA Cup. So a double Manchester Derby for you there for February. But a big game that really, because Man United would love to win that, just to stay third and to maybe, you know, if these two teams draw tonight, they can close the gap if they have a chance on the title. I'd still say United are outsiders, but if they take the opportunities in front of them, then who knows? They have proven to be a good team, Man United, so far in this campaign. We might do a watch-along for that on Sunday. We'll see. We're definitely doing another watch-along tomorrow in the rugby, though. We're doing a Six Nations for this year, our first one of the year. And that is Ireland versus France at 4:45 p.m. So if you haven't yet, folks, subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow to Let's Talk Sport. We'd really appreciate it. And give us a like as well. Your support really is helpful. Anyway, back with the game. Been a bit quiet. And there's going to be a throw in here for Chelsea, right next to the corner flag on the far side. Reeton hasn't had much action yet, but she's trying to get the ball rolling for the Blues. She's on good form, as I said. She scored against City last weekend, and then the weekend before in the Cup when they knocked out Aston Villa, she got a goal. I think she got 2 assists, actually. I don't think she got a goal. So Throwing for Chelsea. It's taken now. They've, as expected, they've gone a few steps back. They don't want to take it right next to the corner flag. Oh, not the best of deliveries at the end. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Crystal says, Jamie has a very busy Valentine's weekend. Certainly do. Women's football tonight, rugby watch along tomorrow, and on Sunday night we have the big one, Super Bowl 2022. Is it Super Bowl 54? I've lost count of how many there's been now. But yes, the Rams versus the Bengals, and Crystal will be joining me for that watch along, hopefully on Sunday night, so do join us for that. We've never done an NFL watch along before, so it should be fun. Oh, throw in at the end for Chelsea. Catley couldn't keep it in. Kirsty Stanton asking me, Jamie, who is going to win the Premier League? I think it's already done. I think Man City. I just can't see Liverpool. I can't see City slipping up so many times, but I can't see Liverpool winning all those games when City slip up. I just think you're asking for too much there. But they've got a game in hand. If Liverpool win the game in hand, they've reduced it to 6 points, and they've still got to play Man City one more time this season. So, big game that'll be, regardless of how many points there is between them. But, oh, what a ball. Medema to Mead. Mead, she couldn't go on her own, could she? Oh, I tell you what, they've got to show that again on the replay. My word, that was the pass of the game so far. Medema just somehow kept it in, and she just smashed the ball right to Mead in the middle of the field. And then Mead, to be honest with you, I think she should have had a shot. She tried to find a teammate across. I think she was looking for Blackstenius. Arsenal have a throw in though, so the danger isn't over yet. Greg says, Stan Kroenke, the Arsenal owner, he owns the LA Rams who feature in the Super Bowl this Sunday. Well, I think it's fair to say Arsenal fans would probably like to see the Rams lose. Because I think a majority of Arsenal fans are not a big fan of Stan Kroenke. Oh, a good chance here. Medema has a shot. Oh, it's over the bar. But so far, so good this is from Arsenal. It may be goalless, but they're playing very well. I forgot to update the scoreline on the title page, folks. Oh. There we go. Michiak, is that how you pronounce your first name? Asking who will win. My predictions are below, but at the moment I might have to. I can't change it now. It's too late. These are pre-match predictions, but I was going to say Chelsea, but at the moment Arsenal look like the team to score. The team to score first, anyway. But anyway, as I say that, Frank Kirby's now won the ball with plenty of space around her inside the box. Chips. I think she was just trying to chip the ball then, and she does laugh looking away from it. So I think she's admitted to her teammates, yep, I was actually going for that. Sorry for wasting it, but who knows? If they go in or if they find the target, the goalkeeper still has to deal with it. The worst case she could have got was get a corner at least. But I wouldn't put it past Frank Kirby if she had scored that. She is a very good player. Joshua Bryan asking me for top 4 prediction. If we're talking top 4, is this the Premier League? Let me know. Jeremiah saying Sam Kerr to score a double. Again, wouldn't put it past her. She is back from the Asian Cup. She was able to play against City last weekend. But yeah, I think Emma Hayes, let's be honest, I don't think she'll care too much about Sam Kerr's Asian Cup campaign. They went out of the quarters, and that meant she got to get the Aussie back probably earlier than expected. Wendy Davis says, "Go Ireland." Yep, so if you didn't hear me before, we are doing an Ireland-France watch-along tomorrow. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Could be pretty much the two teams that are probably the top two favourites to win the Six Nations this year. Ireland, well, I didn't see it, but in terms of the scoreline, they thrashed Wales in the opening weekend. And, what was it, France? Well, they played Italy. I think they're always going to win. If you want to win the Six Nations, you should be able to beat Italy. That's the standard, at least. Joshua Bryan saying, yes, Premier League. So, Premier League, I mean, look, Man City and Liverpool, that's your top two, one of them. As long as Chelsea don't slip up a lot more between now and the end of the season, Chelsea should be okay. But I still think they're in a race to just get that top four at least. I think they're out of the title race, by the way. So yeah, I think they have to make the most out of their trip in this Club World Cup. They play that tomorrow at 4:30 UK time, I think. I'll say this now, even though I mean this might be a bit biased because I'm a Man United fan, but I actually think Man United might just pip Arsenal and Tottenham to the fourth spot. I might be wrong. Who knows? But even though they've not been great, I think they might just do it. They've got the team there, but they're not great together, are they? Let's be honest. Jake Joseph says, please don't indulge a spectacle like the Super Bowl. It's the biggest fraud in professional sports. A game that lasts 60 minutes on the field. Actual playing time about 39 minutes and takes 4 hours to finish. See, that's why I'm not... I don't mind the NFL. I get the rules. It's not my favourite sport. It's not even in my top 5 favourite sports. So, yeah, I know what you mean. It'll be interesting to do it. I always watch the Super Bowl at least. I don't watch it all season. As you mentioned, the 4 hours to finish. I haven't got 4 hours on a Sunday. That's why I'd rather watch a couple of football games in that time. Funny enough, you can watch 2 football matches, 90 minutes each. That's 3 hours. You can watch two football matches before the first NFL match finishes. That's how long it is. It's ridiculous. It's too slow for me. Here come Arsenal now. Millie Bright at the right place there to just boot it out for a throw-in. 13 minutes left of the first half. YD asking me, what do you think about the Martinelli red card? I take it this was against Wolves last night. I didn't see the game. I took a break from football yesterday, but... yeah, some people weren't so sure about that. Wasn't it two yellow cards as well for him? I mean, Martinelli is one of Arsenal's best players at the moment. So, yeah, I think that's not going to help Arteta in their fight for Champions League. To be honest, I think the battle for fourth is between Arsenal and Man United. I can't see Spurs doing it. They flopped too much for me, especially against Southampton earlier this week. Arsenal are hungry for the first goal, I think. Jamie is saying the first offence, he should have gotten a red card. I missed the game, so I'm not sure, folks. It's hard for me to comment. Meanwhile, let's talk about the women's team who, as we speak, it's with Medema now. Beth Mead into the box, straight at Berger though. The Chelsea goalkeeper. Beth Mead's a wonderful player. She's really, really good. But yeah, of course, some of these players will have a international break. I think it's after this weekend. So this is the last weekend before the Arnold Clark Cup. And then when they all come back, you know, it's the Women's FA Cup at the end of the month. And then next month, Chelsea will be going for the first, well, technically first silverware of this season, because the FA Cup they won in December was supposed to be last season. But they'll be going for the League Cup against Man City at Wimbledon's ground at the opening weekend of March. Now Medema through to Mead. Ah, no, it's too far for her, and Berger read where that was going, and she's picked it up just inside the box. 10 minutes to go. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. Don't forget to vote on the poll. Who you think's going to win? My predictions before the kickoff are there, which is Chelsea to win 3-1. Beth Mead to be the first goal scorer of the game for Arsenal. And as you can tell so far, my prediction is nowhere near that. I've probably put too many goals in so far. Sam Kerr. Blackie Lampard asking, how can I watch it live? Because I'm in Africa. In that link about where to watch on those long list of international channels, I don't see anything to do with South Africa there, unless I'm blind, but I can't see it. So in terms of fewest of touches in this match, it's Stina Blackstenius with 9. After that, it's Chelsea's Pernell Harder with 12. Oh, Sam Kerr offside. Just as she received the pass inside the box. Now, if any of you remember that FA Cup final back in December between Chelsea and Arsenal at Wembley Stadium, Sam Kerr scored a lovely chip to wrap up the final. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube. Go and see it now. Don't wait. Watch it now. It is a fantastic goal. Medema. Now across onto Ford on the left. She's been busy on that left-hand side against Carter so far. Now on to Catley. Berger comes out of her goal to pick up the cross. But yeah, she's been the busier goal of the two goalkeepers so far, Berger. While Zinsberger is probably just walking around the box at the moment just to keep warm. It does look cold today. Let me check the temperature so far near Kings Meadow if I can find it. London, 6 degrees. I mean, that's still cold, but not as... It could be colder, that's all I'm saying. Now we're Millie Bright. 7 minutes till half-time. Arsenal manager, I think, will be the happier of the two so far. Especially when you compare this to the cup final when they last played each other. Because Chelsea had that game from the get-go, really. But just as I say, that is Cuthbert with a shot. It's blocked on the edge of the box. And is that a foul or is that offside? Looks as though they're penalising Jess Carter there. Didn't see much in that. So an Arsenal free kick. Sam David asking where can he watch it live in Nigeria. I'm afraid I'm not sure. Sorry about that. But I'll keep you updated on the game. So Zinsberger just booting it out. And it lands on the halfway line to Millie Bright. Now Frank Kirby. Zinsberger just beats her to it. And Frank Kirby applauding her teammate for the pass. Great pass from Millie Bright. And then the flick from Sam Kerr to Frank Kirby. Kerr and Kirby, the two Ks, they are awesome together. They really do know where each other are on the pitch. It's good awareness. One of the most deadliest duos in women's football, I'd say. Let's look at the poll. So Chelsea's still the favourites. 69% compared to Arsenal's 31%. Arsenal the better team in my eyes so far in this game with 5 minutes until half time. But Frank Kirby leaving it there for Sam Kerr to cross it in. And Reeton's header was... She couldn't get behind it properly and it went way over the crossbar. Here come Arsenal now, straight from the goal kick. Blackstenius on the right wing. Kim Little. Blackstenius again, wins a throw-in. Last touch coming from Noran, the defender of Chelsea. Now Kim Little. And they've gone all the way back to the halfway line. Excuse me. I'm starting to feel this beer already. And I haven't eaten yet. Empty stomach, not a good sign. Oh, ball in, free header. Oh, Beth Mead. No, it was Blackstenius. I get mixed up with them two far distance because they both have the same kind of hair. But forward with the cross, it was perfect. But the header was so bad. Way over the bar, free header. And she knows as well, the moment she hit that the wrong way, she knew that that was a big chance for the Gunners. Can any of these two score before half time? 2.5 minutes remaining. Frank Kirby goes down. Keeps the ball though. She's done well. Jess Carter with the support. But Caitlin Ford has got her down and wins the ball back for Arsenal. Harder. Oh, fantastic work by Harder. Pulled back there. That's surely a yellow card for Moritz. Yeah, no doubt. She pulled Harder's arm there and pulled her down after she got absolutely done by the Danish player. Yeah, that was no doubt a yellow card. And she took that one for the team, the Swiss international. So free kick here for Chelsea, just with a minute to go. Who's behind the free kick? It's about 40 yards out, I'd say. So an indirect free kick. And here it comes. It's quite deep in. Header there from Kerr, I think. Calls for handball. Arsenal clear it out for now. And I think the referee may have just said no. I didn't see much in that from the angle I'm watching the game at. Which is the main TV camera. So throwing for Chelsea. Wendy Davis saying that 6 degrees is freezing. I guess it is. I think we're just used to it, really. I mean, we always, to be honest, we're English. We moan when it's too cold and we moan when it's too hot. It's typical English attitude. We're all like that. I'm the same. Do you play football, Wendy? South Africa known for their rugby team, cricket team. They have a football team as well, but they've not been at a World Cup since they last hosted the FIFA World Cup, in terms of men's football, that is, which was the 2010 World Cup. Known for its vuvuzelas in the big stadiums. And then Spain winning their first ever World Cup in Johannesburg. Iniesta with an extra time winner goal for Spain against the Netherlands. Anyway, we've gone past the 45-minute mark. Oh, and Kerr's shot is blocked, close range. Oh, after what a first half it has been for Arsenal, they nearly went a goal down. A dangerous ball into the box. Harder couldn't get to the end of it, and then Kerr was behind her to take the shot, and then it got blocked by... I'm trying to figure out who that was. I think it was Catley. Yeah, Stephanie Catley. Big block that was. Throw in, so the danger isn't done. We're about a minute into the added time. They haven't actually announced how much added time. Unless there wasn't any. Nope, looks like there wasn't. The ball's just gone out of play, and it is half-time at Kings Meadow. And this top of the table clash, well, there's still a lot to play for. Both teams still level at half-time. But really, the biggest chance of the game so far has come from Vivian Miedema after she struck the post. After Fran Kirby missing an absolute sitter. Well, not a sitter, but she was in the box on her own, picking up the ball, and she completely skied it at close range just 3 minutes into the game. And since then, Arsenal have controlled the game very well and looked like the team to score first. And for my prediction's sake, I hope so, because I've got down here as Beth Mead as my first goal scorer. So, at half-time, Chelsea women 0, Arsenal women 0. Get in touch on the live chat page, folks. What did you think of that first half? Let me just mute the atmosphere for now, since it's half-time. And yeah, don't be shy. Get in touch. Just going to see if there's any stats that I can look at here. Let's have a look. Oh, if I just get the match page up from Google. Oh, there we go. So here we go. In terms of stats, so actually Chelsea have had more shots. 5 shots for Chelsea. Arsenal with 3 shots, but no one's got it on target. As I said, Miedema's closest chance is when she hit the post with a half-volleyed effort from close range with a right boot. Possession has been more Chelsea as well, actually. 51% to 49%. Very tight, though. Very tight. In terms of passes, it's been Chelsea's by 11 more, from 244 to Arsenal's 233. Pass accuracy, 78% for Chelsea, 76% for Arsenal. 3 fouls each and a yellow card. Only 1 booking so far in this game going towards Arsenal's Moritz, with her foul on Pernell Harder. No red cards, 1 offside towards Chelsea, and both teams have had a corner each. So as it stands, as you can see here, this is the live WSL table. If it ends like this at goalless as a draw, it stays as it is pretty much. Arsenal being 2 points clear of Chelsea. Man United would be 4 points behind still with Chelsea, but they would have their game to play on Sunday against Man City, and who knows, if they win that, they could go a point behind Chelsea. But let's not forget, Chelsea do have a game in hand. So a win for Arsenal would be a great win tonight. A draw, I think Arsenal take away from home, especially at the Kings Meadow. But, you know, they know that Chelsea would still have a game in hand, and they could still go top with the win in their game in hand by only a point. ahead they would be. So that is the current table. In terms of the matches taking place as well this weekend, they come again on Sunday. So we got the Manchester derby, Man City versus Arsenal. That's I've just lost the game there. Hang on. That's at 12:30 on Sunday at the Academy Stadium, I think. Yeah, Academy Stadium. And then Everton play Villa half an hour after them at 1 o'clock. Birmingham City at home to Spurs at 2 o'clock. Leicester City, West Ham United at 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock as well, it's Brighton and Hove Albion against Reading. And then that's it until 2nd of March, the Women's Super League. So a bit of a break there because of the She Believes Cup, the Arnold Clark Cup, international break basically in women's football. And they'll be back with the FA Cup just before the end of February. Anyway, we're going to have a quick break here on Let's Talk Sport. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back before the second half begins. So we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. And remember to subscribe. I do apologise, folks. I forgot to turn my mic on. There we go. Anyway, sorry if you've just... I was just saying, folks, that the second half's just about to begin. And we are underway. So Arsenal attacking from left to right, Chelsea from right to left. No substitutions, it looks like, from either team at half-time. I saw Lauren James, who's known as Reece James's sister, who plays for Chelsea. She's on the bench tonight, and she was warming up during half-time, but she is not on yet. But get in touch, folks. Keep me company throughout this second half. Who do you think is going to win? The poll still towards Chelsea, 67%. Arsenal women at 33%. We got John Son saying we need 3 points. Who do you support, John Son? We got Senia saying Serena Sorotka. Greg Livingston says, Jamie, I recommend you watch a documentary about the rivals of River Plate and Boca Juniors. Oh my God, it is unbelievable. And probably, in my opinion, from watching it, it's one of the best derbies. My uncle went to one of these derbies between these two sides. And because he was a tourist, they had to separate him from the fans. And they had like a section where, you know, if you're just here for the game and you're only here for a week in the country or something like that, they'd recommend that you stayed away from the actual fans. So yeah, it's known as quite the atmosphere, like hell, as they like to call it. Probably similar to when like Galatasaray play Fenerbahce in Turkey. So John Anderson, they've just had the cameras on her. I didn't realise her debut for Chelsea was against Arsenal at the start of this season. A day for them to forget in the opening round of the Women's Super League, as they of course are the holders. Chelsea, they lost 3-2 at the Emirates that day, and ever since that opening game, Arsenal have been top of the league. But can Chelsea go top instead tonight for the first time this season? Still goalless. As you can tell from my prediction notes below me on the screen, oh hang on, is Harder. Crosses it in with her right foot, headed away from goal. Jess Carter couldn't win the ball. Fran Kirby's run back to get the ball for Chelsea. And now with Millie Bright forward to Ingle. Good pass by Ingle to Kerr. Now Cuthbert to Kirby. Cuthbert, she's got a bit of space. Takes a deflection, and it's a corner for Chelsea. Our first corner of the second half, 3 minutes in. But yeah, that looked pretty decent there from Chelsea. If you have just tuned in, Arsenal have been probably the better team in this game so far. But yeah, Cuthbert did go for the shot at the end, but it came off one of the Arsenal players. She's good at finding space, Cuthbert. A corner, though, not so great. There's a chance here for Harder to smash one in. Oh! Just wide. It was Anderson, sorry. I think it's another corner. It took a deflection. Not a bad shot. For a moment, I thought she found the bottom corner of the net. Oh, just a whisker wide. Zinsberger didn't even move a muscle. She knew if that had found the corner, that would have been it. She would have lost her clean sheet for the night. Chelsea corner. Straight towards the keeper. But good start by Chelsea. In case you're wondering, we've got a double football watch along tonight. Right now on the channel as well. Seb True's doing the FC Porto Sporting Lisbon match in Portugal. So you've got a nice choice there. Women's football or Portuguese football. If you leave me, I understand. Greg saying that Jamie, both sets of fans in terms of River Plate and Boca Juniors are so passionate about the clubs they have an argument, and one of the fans set fire to the another fan's house because they argued about who's the bigger club. Yeah, that's over the top. As much as I love football, I'm not going to burn someone's house. Now my stream's just frozen. It's gone back like 40 seconds, so my match clock isn't in sync with the game, which is fine, but yeah. Just so you're aware. Remember, folks, to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'd really appreciate it if you gave us a follow on YouTube. We do a lot of women's football watch-alongs. We may do the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Oh, a cross in that nearly found the back of the net. Reeton puts her hands to her face there like that, thinking what could have been. She is a dangerous player. Who's on the bench for Chelsea? So it looks as though G is back. Ji Sun-yun, who lost in the Asian Cup final back on Sunday on the last minute to China after her team South Korea were 2-0 up, so they lost 3-2 in the Women's Asian Cup final. So it was not a good weekend for her, but she's back now from Asia. Arsenal have got a free kick here, but there's a player down, and that's Moritz, and she's the only player so far in this game with a booking. It looks as though Reeton was the one that took her down. I mean, it's not nice tackle, but she should be okay. Completely late on the ball. Will she get a yellow? I think she will. Yeah, and Reeton ain't complaining about that. That's Gora Reeton's second booking of the season. Yeah, so Arsenal's kick was inside their own half, so no real threat there towards Chelsea's goal. Getting a bit, they're starting to get a bit late with their challenges now, these teams. Oh, and it's a yellow card. For Leah Walty. That's the Arsenal midfielder. So that's 2 yellow cards now for the Gunners. Her first booking of the season for the Swiss player. Greg Livingston saying, ex-Man United player plays for Boca Juniors. Can you think? The only one I know was Carlos Tevez. But is he retired now? I remember when he went back to Boca Juniors, the fan reception he got, it's like he was a hero. Jamie Burgoyne reckons it's Darren Gibson. He loved to shoot that player. That's all he could do, really. Every time, I remember I went to a Man United game at Old Trafford once, and every time Dan Gibson had the ball, even in his own half, we'd all shout, shoot. Caitlin Ford, falls down. I think she was expecting a free kick. To be honest, I think it was 50-50. Instead, Chelsea have got it. Yeah, as I said before, good crowd in tonight. I do think Friday night football works for outside the Premier League. I don't like the Premier League using it. I think that should always be a slot for someone else, like the Championship adopted it first before the Premier League decided to do a bit of Friday night football. They don't do it that often, but you know. Here's Harder. Good cross in. Oh, free shot. It's not over yet. Return. Oh, shot blocked. Sam Kerr had a great chance to kick it in there, but she completely miskicked it. Jess Carter now with the ball in. Arsenal cleared away by Williamson, I think. Oh, is it Marcus Rojo? Ah, I got that completely wrong. I wondered where he went. Now here come Arsenal on the other side of the pitch. Can they find the net instead? Kim Little. Has she won a corner? Yes, she has. But moments before, Chelsea, wow, Sam Kerr is going to kick herself for this, because let's look at the replay. The attack starting down the left wing, great through ball to Harder, outpacing Williamson, then the cross to Kerr, all marked, but she couldn't connect the ball, and then she missed the opportunity to put Chelsea ahead. Oh, went in too early for the swing of the foot, I think. And it was Frank Kirby, not Reeton, who had the shot blocked. But again, from far distance, Frank Kirby and Reeton look the same. Oh, Arsenal have wasted their corner there, and it's a goal kick for Chelsea. "67% of you still going for Chelsea to go top of the table." Normally in the last 10 minutes of our matches, folks, if you're new here with our football watch-alongs, we do set up a new poll asking for your player of the match, so be aware of that. And Ji Soo-yun, wow, who'd have thought? She may not have started today, but she is going to come on. Despite coming back from Asia in the last few days, she's not fussed by that. She just wants to crack on, forget about that final defeat to China, and to try and win a few trophies for Chelsea this season, potentially. But Cuthbert down injured at the moment, so it looks as though she might be replaced by the South Korean international. Ji Sun-yun just having a good laugh with the fourth official before she waves up the board. And yet 22, Cuthbert in red, is going to come off here, and she's going to come off injured. Not a good sign for Emma Hayes. But she's done a good shift while G has been away for the last few weeks. And now the Scottish international can, well, recover from this injury, and hopefully it's not too bad in terms of Chelsea's perspective. I just noticed, folks, Tobin Heath's on the bench for Arsenal. She played a big game in that away trip to Man City a few weeks ago, avoiding defeat for Arsenal on the last minute of the game. I wouldn't say no to putting Tobin Heath on if it gets a bit 70th minute mark. I'd put her on if nothing changes. And that, folks, is my first bottle done. And it'll probably be my last of the night. Boring, I know. But no, I don't want a hangover tomorrow. I'm not really doing much tomorrow, apart from the Six Nations watch along, which you can join me on. Well, at the moment, at first it looks as though Sporting Lisbon were 1-0 up at Porto. Now they're 2-1 up in that match. It's half time there, I think, just about. If you're wondering, if you love your Portuguese football, Seb True is doing a live stream watch along right now on Let's Talk Sport. Low ball cross for Arsenal. Oh, they need someone to shoot. Oh, it's over the bar. Walty with the shot outside the box. Good chance for Arsenal. But this is an end-to-end game. This is. It feels like this has got 1-0 written all over it. Don't know who, but it feels like that. Anyway, Chelsea have taken the goal kick. Nearly at the hour mark, Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. A draw would not really change anything. It'll just be 2 points still, the gap, with Chelsea still having that game in hand over Arsenal. As I said during the stream, I've spoken to an Arsenal fan. I said to them, I think a draw would be a good result for Arsenal away from home. And that would mean they've avoided defeat from Chelsea in the league season. Greg saying, I'm playing rugby at 11 a.m. tomorrow because Scotland are playing Wales at 2:15. That's going to be a cracker. That's going to be a great match. I think Scotland could do it. I think they can beat them. They beat England last week. Beth Mead. Kim Little calls for handball with a shot blocked there, but referee hasn't said anything. And now the ball's gone into Arsenal's half with Sam Kerr, the only one left up front. But there's 5 Arsenal defenders nearby her. She needs support. She's got Frank Kirby. Now Sam Kerr with a cross in. Oh, gee. Oh, straight at the keeper. Oh, Williamson, what are you doing? Oh, wow. Arsenal have cleared it, but my word, that was not necessary. Zinsberger with the shot right at her. She fumbled it, but she had plenty of time to just pick it up. But Williamson was clearly panicking, thinking if I don't get there, someone else will for Chelsea and get the net. And then at the end, they lost the ball, but luckily it got cleared at the end. But whoa, that was not necessary, as I just said. And Zinsberger's now got the ball in her hands, and she'll tell Williamson, I'm not that clumsy. Oh, Harden nearly got the ball. But Arsenal don't want to lose because of a mistake like that. But I'm not sure what Williamson was trying to do. I think she was trying to take control of the ball instead of Zinsberger picking it up. But the safer option is the goalkeeper to keep it in both hands. It looks as though I think Sousa is injured for Arsenal. She's on the sidelines at the moment. And she's on the ground being checked out. So match pause for now. Looks as though the referee's having a word with with Williamson. Either way, this is a bit of added time for sure. While we wait for them to resume, Greg asks, did you ever rate Marcus Rojo, Jamie? What were your thoughts on him? It was okay. He was another typical crap signing, to be honest. It was okay, but I didn't like the thought of relying on him if he was our main centre-back, but I think his heart was in the right place, but he just wasn't good enough. I'll never forget he had to eat a bit of a banana because he needed a bit of energy during a match. And I'm not kidding, he actually did. He had a bit of a banana during a match for United. And at full time, I think he had to have a drug test just to be absolutely sure that there was no substance in it or whatever. Anyway, Raffaelli has gone off for Arsenal. So they'll play on without a game back underway with Arsenal in possession. They're going to play from the back. "64 minutes gone. Now Chelsea. Anderson. Now with Noren. And now Chelsea with a ball into the box. Harder. Runs at them. Oh, there's a chance for return it straight at Zinsberger. But in all fairness to Chelsea, I don't know what the team talk was from Emma Hayes, but Chelsea have been the better team so far in this half. Arsenal were the better team in the first, but Chelsea have learnt from that first half to improve. Williamson is a bit shaky in defence tonight. She was the one that gave the ball away to Reed in close range just then. I must admit, the form Reeton's on, I thought she might have scored that. Now Arsenal on the right-hand side. And there's a free kick for Chelsea in their own half. I very rarely see red cards in women's football, but tonight could be a night where I see that. In terms of the last 10 minutes in possession, as I expected, Chelsea a lot more better at it. 70% for the Blues. Arsenal have 30%. Don't be shy, folks. Get in touch on the live chat page. Let us know who you're supporting and where you're watching the stream tonight or the game from. Oh, Reeton, she's just gone past 3 Chelsea players. Nearly got the through ball to Kerr. Good defending there at the end. Chelsea are knocking. Noran. Every Chelsea player inside the Arsenal half for now. Ingle to Kirby. Kirby through to Reeton. And Zinsberger picks it up. Again, Kirby, great vision with her low passes. Greg asking, did Rojo wanted to go back to Argentina because it's closer to home? I'm not sure, mate. You do find a lot of South American players do go back home when they're at the later parts of their career. Medema. Haven't seen much from her in this second half yet. She had a chance in the first half when she struck the post on a half volley effort. That's the closest Arsenal have got. Kim Little. Good run. Now onto the right hand side. Brings the ball into the box. Jess Carter had to head that away. She did well, the English defender. Ball stays in play next to the corner flag. And she'll boot it out as far as she can. Sam Kerr does brilliantly well there, shielding the ball. And Arsenal have a throw-in. Just in front of the press box on the far side. Wegger Joel says, hey everyone, hello. Says, I'm watching from Dubai. Oh, lovely. Lovely weather there. Very warm. I've never been to Dubai, but I've always wanted to visit it. It does look like a good place to go on holiday. And Wegger Joel asking, which of the teams is better in the second half? Chelsea. Definitely Chelsea. Arsenal in the first half, but Chelsea so far are the better team if we're talking since half time. I think I've already conceded defeat. I'm going to get my scoreline prediction wrong. I can't see there being 4 goals between now and the end of the game. But who knows? I might have just... maybe I've jinxed it in a good way. Who knows? Noreen K asking, where are you watching it? So I'm watching it on Sky Sports Premier League, which is an English channel. Now Arsenal in the final third. Ball comes in. Noran clears the cross. Tobias says, Arsenal, let's go. And Millie Bright's cleared it. Arsenal had a great first half, but second half they've not had grips with the possession at all. When I last checked, it was 70% to Chelsea. Riga Joel says, London is blue. Fingers crossed, he's put. So just over 20 minutes to go. Still goalless in this nail-biting top-of-the-table clash. Harder. Ball comes into the box. No one there for her to finish it off. Now with Anderson. As I said before, this feels like 1-0 written all over it all of a sudden. Which goes against my predictions. I apologise that my lighting in this room isn't the best today. There's a bit of a shadow over my face, but my main light bulb has gone out as of this evening, so didn't have a replacement in time. Greg says, Man City, let's go. That's on Sunday, Greg. Greg. Yeah, Manchester Derby on Sunday in the Women's Super League. If I have the time to do it, I'll be up for doing a watch long for that here on Let's Talk Sports. So if you haven't yet and you're new and you're enjoying this stream, click that subscribe button. It's free to do it. You don't have to pay anything if you click that button. It just basically means that you're following Let's Talk Sport for free, and you'll be updated whenever we have our future streams, whether that's football, rugby, cricket, tennis, you name it. We do exactly what it says on the title, Let's Talk Sport. Offside for Chelsea. I think it was Anderson at the end that was penalised there. Double substitution for Arsenal, including Beth Mead going off for Nikita Paris. And Moritz going off for Wen Ruffer. I must admit, I wasn't expecting Mead to go off. But with 19 minutes to go and fresh pair of legs of Nikita Paris, she is a great player. Joined Arsenal from Lyon back in the summer. Hannah R asking, which player stands out the most so far? Good question. Currently, I'd probably say Reeton, actually. Gora Reeton for Chelsea. She's had a couple of efforts so far. Anyway, here come Arsenal. Looking for Nikita Paris to get her first touch of the game. Chelsea have... Well, they tried to clear it for a throw, but Arsenal have got the ball back. Tobin still on the bench for Arsenal. I think they could, as I said, 70th minute mark, I'd have put her on. Big game changer she is, with her experience, and a World Cup winner, let's not forget, with the USA. 2015-2019. Played for Man United last season. Good season she had then until she got injured, sadly, along with her fellow American Kristen Press. Kristen Press back in the States these days. Both of them only played one season at United. Williamson. So yeah, Arsenal have used 2 substitutes, and I think Chelsea have only used 1. Jordan Nobbs is available. Probably won't see her though. Anyway, here come Chelsea. From the centre circle. Harder. Onto the right hand side of Kirby. She's looking for who's in the box. Cuts in. Chips the ball into the box with her left foot. No good to anyone there. Ingle intercepts again for Chelsea. Reeton. And Arsenal have done well. Fair play to Arsenal. They've had 1 or 2 scary moments, but they've defended well overall. Just over 15 minutes to go. I must admit, before this game kicked off, I was never expecting goalless being on the cards. Still a bit time to go, but even so. Look at that, goal scored between the 76th and the 90th minute. Arsenal have the most in the Women's Super League this season with 12. And guess who's second? Chelsea with second. Joint with Man City with 7 as well. So both teams like to score late. They like to be late to the party, you could say. As I said, this got 1-0 written all over it. But to who? Wega Joel asking, is G available for substitution? She's already on. She came on not about 10 minutes ago, I'd say. Not the best of passes, long passes from Blackstenios. Only to go straight to the hands of Berger. But Emma Hayes and Edival both on their feet, looking probably a little bit nervous and tense. The two managers. Edival, remember, this is his first season at Arsenal. Emma Hayes, she's been here a lot more times before. She's been part of Chelsea for 10 years as of this year. In what has been a very good spell so far for Emma Hayes. You do wonder how long she'll be at Chelsea for. You know, will a big opportunity... I'm sure she's had opportunities that she's put down. Let's not forget, there was... I can't remember which club, but there was a men's football league team that apparently approached her, but she wasn't interested. And let's be honest, you'd probably think she'd... I don't know. Would she have been paid more for them to have tried to get her out of Chelsea? I'd imagine so. She does do quite a lot of punditry work these days as well when she's not the Chelsea manager. Including ITV Sport. She does a bit of commentating as well. She does give us a good insight from a coach. She did it during the Euros last summer. The men's Euros, that is. Women's Euros this summer, though. All happening in England. Can't wait. Caitlin Ford now for Arsenal. 13 minutes remaining. Arsenal with the long ball in. Oh, just wide. I think that came off Millie Bright. And yep, she nods away knowing that it's a corner to Arsenal. Good long ball from Ford. Millie Bright just getting in front of Nikita Paris. Good defending at the end. It nearly could have been an own goal, but Berger saw it roll out and she seemed confident. So, corner on the near side here for Arsenal. What can they get from this? Medina in the box as expected. We haven't seen much of her tonight. Here's the corner. Paris couldn't get a foot behind it. Well defended by Noran. And she'll boot it out the penalty area. And Arsenal have the ball in their own half. Ah yes, Greg saying it was a men's football league team. It was AFC Wimbledon that wanted Emma Hayes. G's needs to be careful in her own box, and Anderson clears well for an Arsenal throw-in. So yeah, this match just as tense as the one at Kingsmeadow was last Sunday, which we did a watch-along for between Chelsea and Man City. Oh, Medina. Oh, she's just lost it. Oh, but there's another chance. Arsenal straight at the keeper. Berg had to stretch out for it, but there wasn't much power really, or pace towards it, so it should never really go in from there. Just about under 30 yards out. But in a few minutes' time, folks, we will be putting out a new poll asking for your player of the match. So far, the shot stats are 10-6 for Chelsea. On target, it's 2-1 to Chelsea. So the stats will probably tell you Chelsea look like the more likely team to score. But honestly, I think this is anyone's match. Remember, folks, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We've got a few other streams, watch-alongs going on this weekend in sport. We've got Ireland versus France tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. UK time with myself. Our first Six Nations watch-along of the season. Oh, and I'll talk about the schedule in just a minute, but Arsenal here with a low ball cross, well defended by Millie Bright. She didn't think anything about it, she just cleared it the moment she got to it. Good defending at the end. But yeah, we also have the Super Bowl on Sunday night. UK time would probably be on at around 11:30 in the evening, which is going to be a late one. But hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. We've not done any NFL streaming before, so we're very open to what's going to happen. It's between the Rams and the Bengals. So a big night for both of those teams, but only one of them can win. And win that Super Bowl ring. Now Paris. Oh, poor shot. Goal kick as well. No deflection. And she does put her hands to her head there. When's Tobin Heath going to come on, Mr. Idaval? 10 minutes to go. I was expecting her 10 minutes ago. It's going to be hard to put in the names for player of the match here, folks. Frank Kirby's gone off. And I've just forgotten her name. Niam Choles has come on, I think. And Jess Fleming has come on, but I don't know who else came off. There we go. Oh, Reeton's gone off. So Fleming replacing her, the Canadian. Replacing the Norwegian. Emmy McNeilis. I think that... Sorry if I've said your name wrong there, Emmy. Saying, I want someone to score. Me too. I don't want this to end 0-0. Been looking forward to this game all day. We did a preview last night on the channel. And as you can see from my original scoreline prediction below, I was expecting 4 goals. But we're going to end the poll to asking you who's going to win. Chelsea winning that poll. And have done pretty much since I put that poll up earlier today. I'm just going to set up a player of the match poll in a minute. So do vote. And then we'll reveal the player of the match at full time. Oh, is it a corner? No, it's a throw for Arsenal. Oh, bit of a hiccup there from the Arsenal defence. Now Kerr on her own. Williamson, though, good defending at the end, giving it back to the goalkeeper. My player of the match list, I'm literally trying to write it now and I'm finding it difficult. I've got 3 of the 4 written down. I need to think of a 4th one. I'll be with you in a moment, folks. I'm thinking. It's hard. Goalless draws. With the way this is going, it's hard to pick a player of the match. Well, there you go. The player of the match is up. Isabella saying, come on, Chelsea. Emmy saying, I am not even a fan of either, as I am a Manchester City fan. Will you be going to the Manchester derby on Sunday, Emmy? Big game, that. Man City trying to close the gap on the European spots, you could say. Man United currently third. Oh, free kick. Is that a free kick? I think it is for Arsenal. Just outside the box. Carter, the one in trouble there. So the poll is up. Your options are 2 for each team. Reeton and Bright for Chelsea, or Ford or Little for Arsenal. Very hard to pick out the nominations there. All 4 of them have been great, but yeah, it's not been easy. Anyway, this game's still not over. We've got 4 minutes to go. Free kick here for Arsenal, just outside the box on the left-hand side here. It'll be a simple ball into the box in front of goal, you'd imagine. And we all know, I think with the way this game's going, any goal would win it now. Here comes the free kick, and it's on the line. Header in, surely? No, it's all over the place. How on earth for Chelsea not conceded from that, and Arsenal have won a corner? Wow, that was incredible. I honestly thought any header will do, but Berger somehow keeps the clean sheet for now. It lives on for now. Corner it is for Arsenal. Swung in. Oh, Millie Bright to save the day. Medima's shot blocked. Oh, it's out the box now, but Arsenal still have it on the left-hand side. It's with Paris. Up against 2 Chelsea players. Tries to cross it in. It's blocked. She's picked up the ball again, though. Yep, she needs support. Kim Little's there to help her. Now it's with Kim Little. Cross in again. Nope, Sam Kerr defending well in the box for a striker. Now Williamson taking the ball away from G. But wow. Medema as well. The moment that ball landed to her, I thought she'll score just because she loves to score. But the game has now been paused. The Chelsea goalkeeper looks like she's injured her hand. Let's watch the replay again. So she saved it on the line. Then it was headed away by Harder. Then the header came back in. And there's so many Chelsea-Arsenal players in the mix there. So the ball could have gone anywhere. But fair play to Millie Bright as well later on afterwards to clear the corner from the line. And she is in the poll. And, you know, maybe she should get player of the match for that. What a game. Match pause for now, as I said, because Berger's just being treated. Hopefully she'll be able to play on. But what a defender Millie Bright is. Ozzy Oman, Christopher saying let's capitalise on this free kick. Come on, you Gunners. They nearly did. And Jordan Nobbs is going to come on for Arsenal with about 2 minutes to go. Medima's on the floor. That's not a good sign. Ozzy Oman saying, how the fuck did we not score after all those screaming from you? I couldn't believe it. I thought we saw a winner there. Medima's going off for Jordan Nobbs. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. She keeps coughing though. She coughed quite a bit when we were about to start the second half. Hopefully she's not ill. But I'm sure she would have been tested for COVID before the kickoff. Idefal gives her a big hug. And Medema does smile on. She's a fantastic player, Medema. So into the 90. How much added time have we got? Fourth official. Kim Little to start the attack maybe for Arsenal. 8 minutes of added time, folks. 8 minutes. Oh, we got a bit of football yet. Corner for Arsenal. All of a sudden, last 10 minutes, Arsenal have changed the game here. I'm surprised Tobin-Heath isn't on. I'm still surprised about that. Still 8 minutes, but I would have put her on with 20 minutes to go. Oh, Millie Bright again with the header away from the corner. Those corners are dangerous from Arsenal. They are not easy. Emmy says, I think it might be 0-0. Dennis Unot saying, come on, Chelsea. Goal kick for... Well, actually, no, it's a free kick for Chelsea. Berger still being able to play on despite the setback she just had. Harder through to Kerr. Could this be the winner? Or pass across the face of goal, but no one there at all. Jess Fleming was the closest, but she was never going to get there in time. Oh, is there a foul? No. Chelsea play on. Ingle chips the ball into the box, looking for G. Oh, they've tapped it in. Oh, it's offside. Chelsea have scored, but it's offside. Goal disallowed. I think she was right, to be honest. It looked offside. So it was Ingle with the dangerous long ball into the box. So, well, I'll tell you what. She's spot on there, the linesman. Sam Kerr was offside. And it was Jess Fleming that tapped it in. So it wasn't Fleming, it was Sam Kerr. Now, some of you might be ahead of me on the stream. Al Merrick saying Chelsea won the game. Unless you're ahead, I don't want to know. But yeah, let's see. I've still got 6 minutes left of stoppage time, so yeah. Meanwhile, Arsenal have it on the halfway line. Dennis responded to the fact that Chelsea's goal was offside. He's putting capitals. No! 5 minutes remaining. Kim Little. Thrown for Chelsea. In line with their 18-yard box. Alfred Simon saying, for fuck's sake, when you need VAR, oh, but isn't VAR screwed up already? To be honest, I don't think he needed VAR with that. It was pretty, looking at the replay, Sam Kerr was offside. So it was good. It was a good decision by the linesman. Here's Harder. Good tackle, great tackle. Oh, calls for handball. It was in front of the referee. She's saying nothing. There's been a handful of handball call-outs in this game. Williamson, it looks as though they're saying she handballed it. Ooh, it's an unnatural position, but there's no VAR, so they can't just change their mind. Yeah, in case you're wondering, there is no VAR in the WSL. Maybe in the future. I mean, it's straight at her arm. It hits her right arm, but it's an unnatural position. She's swinging her arms out. I think that would have been I think that would have been a penalty. But the referee has made a decision, and as I said, there's no VAR to overturn that. But if you actually watch from the referee's angle, she wouldn't have seen it. So you can't give it if you haven't seen it. Oh, Paris tackled down there by Niam Choles. It's a free kick for Arsenal. Greg says, bye, I'll see you tomorrow night. See you later, Greg. Good to have you on as always. Enjoy your rugby tomorrow morning. Hadrian says, come on, you Blues. 3 minutes now of stoppage time remaining. What can Arsenal do here? They're in the final third. Oh, Williamson doesn't know what to do with it. I think she might feel she got away with it with that penalty appeal. Alfred saying, would be amazing to hear Emma Hayes' interview in the end then. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to hear what she says. Or what Idaval says, the Arsenal manager. But don't forget, folks, before this match finishes and this stream finishes, click that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate your support on Let's Talk Sport. We do quite a lot of women's football watch-alongs, including Chelsea women, Arsenal women. But we also do other sports as well here on the channel. Check it out, the channel, and you'll see what I mean. Minute and a half to go. Harder. Now Ingle. Last minute now, 60 seconds. Arsenal have a throw in, and I think, to be honest, that could be it. They're showing the replay again. They'll keep showing this. Leah Williamson with the handball. It's a penalty. But if you actually see it from the referee's position where she was, I think she would have missed it. I think if the linesman was on the other side of the pitch, she would have seen a great view, and I think she would have said something to the ref. Kim Little, does brilliantly. Oh, Jordan Nobbs. I haven't seen much of her, but she's only just come on. Sam Kerr trying to put pressure on on Arsenal. Fleming. Last chance of the game. Kerr. Straight at the hands of Zinsberger. Big moment. And that might have been the last chance of the game for Chelsea. Emma Hayes laughing away. I think she's probably accepting that this will be a draw. But, well, it is full time. That's it. No more chances for either team to try and nick the win here at Kingsmeadow. Both teams, both sets of players on the floor after that. I think that just shows you how difficult that game was, physicality-wise, and the amount of fitness they needed to play that whole match. But you know, there'll be thoughts after that game, thinking that maybe Chelsea late on should have had a penalty. Some of the players probably talking to the officials now, but at the end of the day, what's done is done. Yes, VAR would have overturned that, I'm sure, but from my knowledge of the rules, it was pretty much a simple, not in a natural position from that cross. But anyway, I think really football's the winner today. Goalless draw. It was a good goalless draw, though. I thought it was a really good game. But I will say this now. I honestly think Arsenal will take that. I think they'll be happy with the draw. The only problem, though, is that they know now that if Chelsea win... Sorry, it's just seeing Medema. She's just non-stop laughing. It's like she's losing control completely. Anyway. But anyway, it's good to see Emma Hayes shaking hands with the Arsenal players as well. I think they all do their usual huddles. I think, yeah, like she looks like she likes to do huddles on the middle of the pitch with her team at full time. So yeah, I think I forgot what I was going to say. I think Arsenal they'll be happy with a draw as long as they didn't lose. I think it was a good result. But they know now that Chelsea have a game in hand, and if they win, they go top by a point. So Arsenal now know that it really is, between now and the end of the season, they can't afford any more slip-ups, and they need to get their form going. Could this be the start of getting the form back that we saw in the first half of the season? Who knows? Big games between now and the end of the season. These two sides don't meet again, that's it. Chelsea have had their chance to close the gap. But as I said, they've got that game in hand. So Chelsea currently having a huddle on the pitch, and so are Arsenal on the other side as well at Kings Meadow. But anyway, it has ended here. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. The biggest chance of the game, Arsenal could have won it. 2 headers cleared off the line against Chelsea with those 2 set pieces. And then later on, as I said before, Williamson looked as though it was a handball from the Arsenal defender and England captain, but at the end of the day the referee didn't see it as a penalty and gave it as a play on moment. So anyway, before we do end the stream, I did ask you for your player of the match, and we've got quite a few of you that have voted, over 60 of you, and we gave you 4 options: 2 players for Chelsea, 2 players from Arsenal, and it looks as though Chelsea's Reeton is going to win this player of the match for today's match. 40%, while their teammate Millie Bright, who defended brilliantly for Chelsea, literally stopped one on the line to keep Chelsea at least a tie in this match. Millie Bright at 32%, Caitlin Ford at 13%, at last Kim Little at 15%. I am going to end the poll right there. So good. So congratulations to Gora Reeton. She is Let's Talk Sports player of the match today. Thank you all for voting on that poll. So anyway, yes. Let's just quickly go through what's remaining for the Women's Super League this weekend. So Chelsea and Arsenal done today. Manchester Derby at 12:30 on Sunday. Big game that, because Man United know that they can really get themselves closing the gap on Chelsea. If you look at the table, they can close the gap by a single point if they can beat Man City. It'll be a tough game to win at the Academy stage, but Man City have been hit and miss, but their form is coming back for City. So City know that this is a big game for them as well to close the gap on Man United. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think we might do a watch along for that on Sunday, so do stay tuned. In terms of the rest of the games on the weekend, they all take place on Sunday now, which is on the 13th of February. Everton versus Aston Villa at 1 o'clock. An hour later is Birmingham City hosting Tottenham Hotspur. Same time as them. After that, well, around that time, Leicester City taking on West Ham United. And the final game on that list, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Reading. So yeah, in terms of the next games for Arsenal have got Birmingham City. So the Women's Super League's not back now after this weekend until the 5th of March, which is on the same day as the Continental Cup final. So Chelsea will have another game in hand because they're up against Man City at AFC Wimbledon's ground to try and win the League Cup there. So Arsenal playing Birmingham City. So the next time Chelsea will play in the Women's Super League is away at West Ham on the 10th of March, it looks like. So yeah, pretty much a month from now. So a long way to go. International football coming up on the women's calendar with the Arnold Clark Cup and the She Believes Cup, for example. So anyway, that is pretty much it. So congratulations to both teams. I think both teams will be happy with a draw. Chelsea could have gone top tonight, but Arsenal showing them why they are one of the teams to beat still this season. Final word from Ida Val, you could say, against Emma Hayes. They may have beaten them in the cup, but they ain't going to let go of the Women's Super League just yet. Anyway, a big thank you to all of you watching from home tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been great company. Do join us again. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, give this stream a like, and you can follow us for our future watch-alongs, including this weekend's action in all sorts of sport, rugby, football, and the NFL to come. Thank you again, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good Friday night, my friends.